Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dallas Stars franchise mode here in NHL 20. So in last episode we took on the Calgary Flames in the conference finals, but unfortunately we lost to them and they end up winning the Stanley Cup this year, so at least we lost to the best team. Now, I want to apologize if you could hear any noises in the background. It's because I got a new PC, so this is my first time recording with it, so you might hear occasionally like the odd noise in the background, and I apologize for that. But anyways, yeah, so we're kind of running down to the wire here in our last few seasons of our franchise mode. I think we actually have one full season probably left before we call it a quits on this series, because it's been dragged out way too far. Like I started this I think back in February or March, but we do only have 5 episodes remaining, so this is the 5th, or there's 4 more after this basically. So you guys will see probably one more season, so you'll see this off season part 1 episode, and then the next episode will be the off season and the season start. Next episode, the season sim, and then if we could get to round 2, then that will be good as well, and then those would be the final few episodes, just because EA Access probably will have NHL 21 available, as what I heard, around the 8th of October. So during then is when I'll start recording some franchise content in NHL 21 and be a pro and all that stuff. So yeah, anyways, let's get into this episode, just because I don't want to talk too much about it, but let's get to the draft. So yeah, we don't have a lot left to do, which is kind of good because I'm kind of getting tired of this series to an extent, but not fully. Okay, so Czech Republic has the first overall pick. They acquired that actually from the LA Kings. Interesting. New Jersey and Vancouver in 2nd and 3rd. Okay. Hopefully we could be a competitive team in this last season. Maybe give you guys at least one more Stanley Cup. If not, then I might update you guys like in our next franchise mode in NHL 21, just with a random like update of who's won the cup and whatnot. So we get a pretty big retirement here in our final off season. So Jaromir Jagr has retired, 37 years of age, 1,428 points. Vincent Damphousse also retires. Sergei Berezin, Oleg Petrov, Joseph Baranek. A lot of the guys that were kind of younger in the earlier 90s are retiring now. Mike Ricci, Dallas Drake, who was with us at one point, Peter Nedved, Magnus Arvidsson, Glenn Murray. Wow, Glenn Murray stayed in Boston like his entire career, I think. Ray Whitney also retires. Brad May, Sandis Ozolinsh for us. Yeah, that's what I was expecting him to retire. So we do lose Sandis on our blue line, but we do have some good defensive prospects. I think that could make the jump. It's going to suck, though, missing Sandis Ozolinsh, because he was a big piece of this team for quite a while. Lassie Pirieta, Stefan Utsorf, Pat Peak, Darius Kasparidis, Boris Mironov, Vladimir Vorobiev, John Slaney, who we had at one point, I'm pretty sure. Right? I think way back, right? Nah, never mind. I think I'm getting him mixed up with, what's his name? That other Washington defenseman. Or maybe LaChance is who I'm mixing him up with. I think they're part of the same draft class in real life. So, Drake Barahowski, Anders Eriksson. Wow, computer-generated player already retired in Cogliano at 31. Antti Alto's another one I made. Anybody else? Andrei Nazarov. Probably a ton of penalty minutes, I assume, right? Not a lot. He was mostly like bouncing between NHL and AHL, probably because he was like a 77 or something. And he's an enforcer, I think, too, right? Yeah. So that should be pretty much it then. And then we'll see the goalies. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Goalie-wise, Patrick Waugh finally retires at 43. But a historic career for him, 446 wins. Felix Potvin also retires. Interesting. Roman Turek, Trevor Kidd, Yanni Herme, and then that is pretty much it. So we only lost Sandis Ozolinsh this year to retirement, which is not a whole lot, but it is still a big chunk of defensemen lost on our blue line. So we're going to maybe have to find a replacement. I don't know. Depends if a young guy could step up right away or not. And coach retirements, did we lose anybody in HL? No, we did not. Okay, so we did not lose the coach. And Peter Nedved and Patrick Waugh is now a scout, which is kind of cool. So Patrick Waugh being a scout, maybe we want to sign him as one of our scouts, but I don't know what he would be good at, probably NHL stuff. Let's continue simming because we're not going to do the draft interviews because the game typically crashes, at least when I did it last. I just don't want the game to crash again. Okay, so before we get into draft, let's take a quick look at the draft class. Actually, wait, can I look at hiring new scouts yet, or no? No, I can't. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm curious on what type of scout Patrick Waugh is. Not that it really matters, because this is the last season for you guys to see, so like Patrick Waugh wouldn't be doing much scouting work. But anyways, this is the draft class. So we're probably late first round. We're probably like 28th, I would assume. So we could get this Tavares guy, but he's listed as a bust, which I don't get. I don't know why he looks like a bust. He could be a top 9, that's probably why. Oh, 4 years away, yeah, he's probably a bust. But this Patrick Lorentz guy could be interesting because he's a power forward. He's actually got really good stats, and he's NHL ready. And he's supposed to go around our spots, so we might try and move up a slight bit if our pick is not there. But that might be a really good steal to get an NHL ready player late in the first round. Like, he might be like a 70 something, but yeah, that might be a really good pickup. Okay, let's get to this draft, not waste no time, just because I would like to get this done, and then the Resign Stage, show you guys free agency, and then free agency and the season start will be next episode. So let's get to this draft, see where we're drafting, and we might have to try and move up to get that guy, because I think it might be worth it, because power forwards are usually good scorers. So we are doing 28th. Means Buffalo could go ahead, or we might be able to get him, because if we look at the draft class again quickly, I think it said that he was maybe projected to go 29th, but the thing is, he might not. He might go ahead of that. Do we want to try and trade up just to guarantee him? Probably. But I don't even know what we would do to trade up, like only a few spots. Like, it might not be worth it to an extent. Like, if we were to try... Oh, Germany wants to move their 26. We could try and move for 26. As long as he doesn't go earlier. So to get 26, we will go to our draft picks, and we will give 28th even though they don't want it. And we have 2 4th rounders. Yeah, let's take our own 4th rounder and see if that works. It should work. It's only a couple spots up. And that is accepted. So I think hopefully that guy goes around our spot. Like, hopefully we are able to grab him. If not, we just traded up for no reason. But what can you do? So Czech Republic at number 1. I'm going to take Yandel, 84 overall sniper. That's a pretty high overall to start. Considering this roster build, like 84s are second liners. This guy is already going to get a lot of ice time in Czech Republic. So that's a big help for them. New Jersey at number 2 is going to take Barry, who's an 81 two-way forward. Vancouver at number 3 is going to take Lannon, another 81 two-way forward. Florida at number 4 is going to take Nermanen, who's a sniper. And Boston's going to take Weston, who's a high top 6. Okay. Let's him to our pick at number 26. See if we can get that guy. I think we can. Yes, we can. Okay, so... yeah, I think Lorenz would have literally just went right before our spot if we didn't move up. So, welcome to the team, Patrick Lorenz. He might be a power forward, he might not be, but with that type of frame, I would assume he is, unless he's an enforcer. But let's take him. And he is an 80 overall. Wow, I was not expecting an 80. I was expecting maybe like a 78 or 77, because that would technically be still NHL ready. But an 80 overall at 26th in the draft is pretty huge. This guy's going to play next season already, like, at 18. Damn, I wish you guys would have been able to see more seasons than just his rookie season, but I definitely will keep you updated with this, because I'll probably sim out it on my own, just so I can see how, like, Pavelski and stuff does. But we don't have a pick up till number 102, so at least we pick somebody pretty good in the draft. So now with our 4th round pick, there's a low top 6. There's a defenseman, Jackson Rudder. 4 years away, maybe. 4 years away, maybe. Lajinen might be the best option. Or this guy could be a low elite. He might be. Now, you know what? We'll take a defenseman, right-handed shot. Why not? Alexei Chistov. Welcome to the team. Low top 60, 60 overall. Not a really great pick, but I mean, he has potential at least. Because, like, at least it's not a 7th D, but it's almost actually like a 7th D, I guess, to an extent. We'll just take the 20-year-old. I don't even really care who I take on these later rounds, to be honest, because we don't have much time left. The exact same overall as the last guy I just chose. Okay. 6th round. We're already only like 11 minutes into this episode. But yeah, I hope you guys have liked the series so far. Because, like, I know I've only been uploading 2 videos a week. And I don't know, like, I'm starting to upload a bit more. Like, if you didn't check out the channel update, I'm going to be doing 4 videos per week. So, but it's going to be like 2 franchise episodes and 2 Be a Pro episodes, because I'd like to get into Be a Pro this year with the new additions. Okay, our final pick of this franchise mode series that you guys are going to get to see at least is Wayne Walske. Even though he's 5 years away, might as well take him. 51 overall grinder. I mean, that guy could be a good penalty killer. Who knows? Okay. So, pretty solid draft considering we got an 80 overall. Like, I was not expecting Lawrence to be that high. And we got Chistov, Nazarov, and Grantham, who are all low top 60s, I think. And then Walske was the low elite. So, not a bad draft, not a great draft, but at least that first rounder was a home run pretty much. Okay, so let's get to this re-sign phase. And I apologize if you do hear my computer in the background. It's kind of a bit loud to an extent, but whatever. Okay, so let's get to this re-sign stage, see who we have to re-sign. I don't think there's any huge names, but I could be wrong. Let's see, RFA-wise, Cullimore is going to come back. Oh, wow, he won 6 years, but 3.925 is not bad, considering he's a low elite potential. You know, I'm going to give him it. I don't care really about how much I'm giving away, just because of the fact we don't have, like, a max salary cap. And it's the last episode, might as well sign some of these guys long-term, because I kind of like EA-generated guys better than real players, which is kind of weird to an extent. I think it just makes it more of like a custom story to an extent. So we will sign all these guys. A lot of them I might have to qualify as an RFA, but it doesn't really matter, as long as we get them back. But yeah, I'm really excited for that new addition that we just drafted, because like I didn't expect us to get an NHL ready player like that, like an 80. Like I'd said that he was NHL ready, and I was thinking 77 easily, but an 80 overall. This guy is gonna jump right from junior to the NHL. Like, this guy could end up being an elite player if he grows really well. I don't know. And we're also gonna sign Zuzin for the AHL, so Zuzin's gonna get a chance, which is nice. Antilla, not yet. The rest of these guys, yeah, I'm not gonna sign yet. And goalies, no, not that either. Let's go to RFA goalies for a second. There's no RFA goalies. UFAs, Hodges, who we traded for in 2 episodes ago, or well, actually, probably more like 4 episodes ago. But it was last season at least. We'll re-sign him for 2 years at 7.1. Hopefully he wants to come back. Keith Drake, I want to keep with this team. Let's go a 1-year deal, and we'll give you 4.4. Like I said, I don't really care what I'm giving these players. I want most of this team back. But Patrick, oh, he's a UFA. I thought he was going to be an RFA this year. Yeah, I'm going to keep Patrick for now, but he might end up being one of those guys I trade away. I'll give him a 3-year, like, $5.5 million contract, because there's going to be, or let's go 5.8, because there's going to be teams that are going to definitely be interested in him if we are to find a new defenseman. Since we just drafted a good young player, we might have to replace Ewan. Or actually McCardle. McCardle's 27. Roussan Soleil's on the drop-off as well. Let's just go down to the bottom of this list so we can start releasing some of these guys, because a lot of these guys are not going to make it. 67 at 20 is not bad for a low top 6. You know what? Let's just sign him. Why not? get some guys into the system. 69 at 19 for a top 9 is not bad either. And 69 at 21 is okay, but I'm gonna still Wait, who's the other dudes above? You know what, I'll just sign him and then I'll release some of the AHLers like Kuzi No and ER as well. Hewitt might be just one of those guys that end up being a depth guy if we end up using him. Let's just go 1 year and let's go max in the two-way category. See if he would take that. Yeah, our fourth line might be completely different this season. I think I am going to let go of McArdle though. Because how good has McArdle been as a fourth liner? 25 and 23 points, minus 148 points in his career. Playoff wise, he's got 9 points in 29 games. Yeah, I think I'm going to let him go just to make room for the young guy. So, thank you for your time here, McArdle. Good luck. We might end up bringing him back as a depth guy, but I would rather keep Ewan because Ewan's 26. He's a bit younger. So we'll go 1 year for Ewan at 2.4. Just because I want all these guys back. Don't care if I'm cheesing the system right now. And I think Franzen as well will bring back. He might end up being depth, I don't know. Let's go 2.1 or 2.2. There you go. And Soleil, I want to keep him probably till he retires, but he might be dropping off a lot. So this might be a risk, but we'll sign him. We might end up having to trade him if our team's not playing good defensively. And then in terms of our UFAs, DePenta needs to come back. Yeah, we could give you a 2-year deal till you're 28. Because Jaguar's contract, I think, runs out at the end of this coming season. And yeah, I would like to keep DePenta just in case he becomes that starter. Like, I think he is listed as a starter. We'll get Ezra Stafford back for the AHL because he's been a pretty good goalie down there. And we'll also sign this high fringe starter. Okay, let's see if we get everybody back. We'll just go through this really quickly. And see if there's anybody that rejected. So we got everybody except for those 3. Okay. And RFAs, they all rejected. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but a lot of RFAs seem to reject. Like, it's kind of realistic to real life to an extent, but like not this much. Like, not guys that play in the AHL are rejecting these. And we'll sign Cullimore to a 6-year deal still, and we'll give him $5 million. I know I'm pretty much overpaying for an 80, but this guy could jump up a lot. And okay, yeah, now we just need to get Hodges because Hodges is very crucial to bring back because he was a pretty good player for us when we acquired him. So 3 years at 8 let's go 8.3. I don't care about money. And we'll give Drake, yeah, let's give Drake a 3-year deal as well then. And we'll give him $5 million. Because, I mean, Drake's been playing pretty solid for like a third liner, a bit of a second liner. And I kind of want Hewitt still back just in case for depth purposes. So I'll give him 1.350 and a one-way deal, even if he plays in the AHL. And Ezra Stafford, I don't know why he's rejecting. We'll give him a one-way deal as well, even though he's not going to be playing in the NHL at all. And give him 1.1. Okay, let's advance the day again, see if we got everybody back. Looks like they all accepted. Yep, they all accepted, so we just pretty much need to wait on those RFAs, but we'll get through those once we get through free agency and stuff like that in next episode. But let's see what's available out there, and we'll also take a look at what we have, so we kind of know what we need. I don't think we need a whole lot, considering that guy we just drafted is jumping right to the NHL. He pretty much replaces McArdle right away. So let's take a look at our roster. Hopefully we have a decent enough roster. Let's see, center wise, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. I mean, Riley should jump up. Yeah, he should jump up to like an 82 or something, so he'll be a lot better of a third line center by next season starting. So 4 players so far, 5, 6, 7. Not guaranteed a roster spot, so 7 at the moment. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we have way more than enough forwards still. Because probably Callahan will be depth, and then Markstrom will play, and then Lorentz obviously will play. Ewan, I don't know if he'll play. We'll have to make some decisions. And then defensively, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and potentially a 7th D. So I think we might actually be pretty good, because Cullimore probably will get some growth, I would assume, and he'll be more of a good top 4 defenseman. And then we could run Soleil and Vance. Yeah, I think we might actually be good. Okay, let's take a look at free agents anyways, see if there's anything that could help us out. Maybe we still want to sign a depth defenseman just because Markstrom or whatever his name is might not be good enough. 77 is okay, but do we want to sign anybody else? So there's a lot of good players out there. Obviously, I'm not signing a lot of them, but let's take a look at UFA defenseman, just in case there's a better depth defender that we want to bring in. But I don't think I want to bring in anybody. I like to play youth, but like this is for next episode anyways. So if you guys see anything you want me to sign, like do you think any of these options would be better to bring in as a depth defender, and that 77 guy that's currently qualified? Because there's a lot of 78s that are probably not going to get like ice time. Oh, there's this dude that we used to have, I think. Didn't we used to have this dude? Yes, we did. I thought so. I don't know if he won a Stanley Cup with us. I don't think so. But he's kind of like a fringe AHL, like a really good AHL player, but not a really good NHL player. Or at least okay NHL wise. There's also another one of our former players in Taze. But yeah, I don't think we have really anything we need to pick up necessarily, but I'm still going to show you guys every position just in case you want me to go after something. But I'm pre-recording next episode, so it doesn't really matter anyways to an extent, because I'm always going to be pre-recording episodes just because of work. Okay, so yeah, anyways guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to free agency, and we'll start up the final season simulation. Hopefully we can make it at least to round 2 this year, because if, like, for some reason we get past round 2, I'll probably end up making that final 5th episode that I think airs, like, around the 7th or something. I think that one will be probably... Yeah, that one will probably end up being just like a multi-round episode if we are to get past that second round, if we get there. So, anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So, like I said, next episode, we'll start up our final season simulation, and hopefully we do pretty good again this year. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.